Hi, I'm Tamar. I'm going to tell you a little bit about taking care of your poinsettias. It's not too early to start picking them out now, and that way you get a nice, good, fresh poinsettia. Just make sure to listen to all of the tips so that you can have them last all season long. So here we have two examples of lovely poinsettias for the Christmas season. This one is a 4-inch poinsettia. Now that has a relation to the pot size, nothing to do with the height of the plant. And this one is a 6-inch poinsettia, which again is the pot size, not the size of the plant. So when you're buying a poinsettia to give as a gift or for yourself, you're going to want to look into the center of the poinsettia because that's the actual flower. These are leaves. The actual flower is in the center. If that center is really blown open, as we call it, or there's a lot of flowers, that means it's an older poinsettia, which means it's not going to last as long for you. So when you're purchasing them, you want them to be nice and tight like this one is. And this one, for example, has even less showing on it. So that's a very, very good marker for whether or not it is an old or a young, fresh plant. When you take them home, it is very, very important that you do not get them cold. Unfortunately, these are a tropical plant and we do not have tropical weather. They have to go directly inside. I've had many issues where people say, no, I'm just gonna run, I'm just gonna take it. And they'll come back to me an hour later and the plant has wilted over. And it's finished. You can't do anything about that. So keep them away from the cold. That being said, when you do take them home and you put them somewhere in your house, they can't go near a drafty window or they can't go near a heat source. They're a little bit finicky, but once you find that perfect place for them, they'll be happy for the season. They also like to be watered perfectly, so they don't want to be dry and they don't want to be wet. What you'll notice is the leaves under here will start to fall off. That's fairly normal. It's nothing to worry about, but it will tell you whether or not you're taking care of the plant properly. If the leaves under here are getting crusty and falling off, it's most likely because your plant is too dry. The same can happen, however, with the leaves falling off if it's too wet. They'll go yellow and they almost melt right off when you touch them. So you have to keep them pretty moderate and they'll be happy for the season. I have a lot of people that tell me that they can keep them alive for longer, and that is great. The rule of thumb is, however, if you do keep it alive for all of next year, that's wonderful. They need about 8 weeks of solid darkness in order to go red again. And I'll have people come in and tell me, no, mine stays red. And some of it will. But in order to actually get a nice new flower, to have another one look like this, they have to go in about 8 weeks of solid darkness with no light at all, and then brought out into the sun or into the daylight, and then they will turn this beautiful shade of red or whatever color it is that the poinsettia is that you've chosen. Another question that I get a lot is, are they harmful to pets? Now, poinsettias are toxic, which is different than poisonous. Toxic means that white sap that's in them will cause your pet to vomit, it will make them sick, and they most likely will stay away from it after that. So if you want to have a poinsettia in your home, don't worry about it. It's not poisonous, it's not going to kill your pet. Just maybe keep it up high, keep it somewhere where they're not going to ingest it. It's not too early to pick out your poinsettia. It's something that a lot of people enjoy for the holiday season. Just take care of it properly, water it, and it should last you all through the holidays. Enjoy.